Hey everybody, it's Kirsten. So today I'm going to talk to you about something that I unfortunately have lots of experience with, which I hate so much, but it is bruised and ingrown toenails, especially bruised toenails because I have them right now and they are terrible, like so bad. But I'm going to show you some ways to alleviate the pain, or especially with like ingrown toenails, help get rid of them, because with bruised toenails, that's a little bit harder to heal, especially with a certain type of bruised toenails. Sometimes they just fall off, and sometimes you could get them like drained by a doctor, or even do it yourself if you're like really brave about it. But you could get them drained and then they'll fall off or heal. I don't really know exactly how that works, but I can show you some ways to alleviate the pain or heal your ingrown toenails. So for ingrown toenails, I've gotten them especially on my big toenails, towards the inner part, you know, where it touches my second toe, and that hurts so much. But one thing I did is I noticed that there was kind of a rough skin growing over the side of the part where the toenail was growing into the skin where it shouldn't be, if that makes sense. And so I just kind of tried to clip that off, and it didn't hurt at all because the skin had gotten so rough that I didn't feel anything. I just kind of clipped it away with some nail clippers, and that helped. So then I was able to access the part of my toenail that had grown into the skin. So I then tried to clip off the part that was growing where it shouldn't be, but I made sure not to make it rounded so that the edge of my toenail was sharp, and so it would continue to grow straight up after that. I hope I'm making sense, but you know, like grow straight instead of ingrown yet again. So that's one thing that got rid of it for me. But while it was really hurting and still healing, sorry, I'm going to adjust myself. And yes, I'm sitting on my normal bouncy yoga ball, which I always do. People always ask me that. I'm like, yep, that's why I'm bouncing. I'm sitting on a yoga ball. So anyway, things I did to alleviate the pain while it was healing was Orajel. That is like my number one thing to go to if I have any sort of pain in my feet, because I'm not really big on taking pills like ibuprofen, Tylenol, Advil, any of those things. If I can avoid it, I do, because my sister Kelsey had an experience where she took it almost every single day, and she ended up getting a terrible stomach ulcer from it, and there are lots of side effects to taking a lot of pills, and it's fine to take it like every now and then. Sometimes I just have to if I'm in pain in a certain area, and creams or Orajel can't help that, and I just really have to get through something, I will take a pill. But normally I think it's almost good to feel the pain, because I don't want to not be able to feel it and then let it get out of hand, or not know at what point to stop and let myself heal because I can't feel pain because I just took a pill. But anyway, that's my thought on pills. But so other than taking ibuprofen, I would use Orajel, and I just apply that all over the area of my toe that it hurt. Orajel, for those of you who don't know, is just like a numbing gel for your teeth, but if you get like the extra super maximum strength, you could use it on your toes and it works wonderfully. It doesn't give you like a nasty numb feeling, like all tingly and gross. It just like makes the pain go away, and it's fabulous for point use, like my best friend. So I highly advise getting that. It's amazing. Even if you don't have ingrown toenails, it works for like so many things. Even I've put it on a blister before, and also I found that they have, or I've noticed at my grocery store, they have this new kind of Neosporin that also has Orajel in it, so it like heals and numbs things. So that could also be very helpful for blisters or any sort of toe ailment that could be prone to infection. So I've used that before, and that's excellent also. So let's see, is that all on ingrown toenails? I've only had it like 2 or 3 times, and it hasn't been that bad, except for one time when it lasted Actually, when I went to Houston Ballet in 2009, it lasted the entire summer program and it just wouldn't go away. It was so annoying because it was on my big toe. But another thing other than Orajel is I would put a tiny little toe pad that's almost like a toe spacer, but it's called a toe saver. It's from Discount Dance. And they're just like a little gel pad about that big and really thin. I mean, not super thin, but it's not going to add a lot of bulk in your pointe shoes and feel like an obnoxious amount of gel and padding. But if you have an ingrown toenail, like in between two toes to where like if another toe touches it, it hurts a lot, I would highly advise putting one in between your toes because it'll help so much with the pain and kind of help with the pressure. It feels so much better whenever I used to do that. Now for bruised toenails. I'm going through this right now and it feels terrible. Like I have 2 huge bruises on both of my big toenails, and then a tiny one on one of my pinky toenails and a brand new one on one of my 4th toenails and a little bit on the other 4th toenail. So that's like 4 or 5 toenails that I have bruises on, and it hurts so badly whenever I don't take care of it, especially after taking a break from pointe work. My toes are like so tender to pain and it just hurts so badly. When I first started my summer intensive, I've started it already. And so things I've done to alleviate the pain, and I've taken quite a few steps because the pain was so great, almost made me want to quit dance. I mean, not really because I would never do that, but it was pretty bad. Like, it was bad. So I also took the little toe saver things that I was talking about, and I not only used it as a toe spacer because I normally do that because my toes are really tapered and like I need to fill up a little bit of space in my pointe shoes, so I always use them as toe spacers, but I put it like at the very tip of my pointe shoes so that it would cover the bottom of my 1st and 2nd toes, and it helped absorb some of the pressure on my big toenails. And then I got so desperate with my 4th toenails that I put one over my 4th toenail too because it hurt so much. But I'm gonna try and like take that out really soon as the pain starts to go away because it added a lot of bulk in my pointe shoe and it was a little bit annoying, but it did make it feel a lot better. And I just smeared Orajel all over them, like all over my toenails. Also, one thing I've been trying the past few days, which has helped so much with the pain, and I'm so sad I haven't discovered this before now, but I've been filing down my toenails so much to where they're like, I mean, not like paper thin or anything, but, you know, almost to like a normal toenail. And I'm sure that would be the natural thing for most people to think of, but not me. Like, I don't even know. I think it's because I have an extreme fear of nail filers. Like, they just disgust me, but I had to face my fear and finally just do it, and it feels so much better now. Because I went at it for like a really, really long time until my toenails were finally like flat to where if I was standing on pointe, like I can't feel, like the pressure would just go on my actual toe and not be touching like my toenail, if you know what I'm saying, because my toenails got really, really thick because I've had my bruised toenails for like almost 2 years, and for the longest time I didn't feel it at all. Like, I didn't feel pain. I just noticed that they started to get like a few brown specks in them and they started to get a little thicker, and I was like, that's kind of gross, but I'll just leave it be because it wasn't bothering me. And then just this summer they started to hurt and they got more and more brown, and then this year it started to get like unbearably bad, and I had to use Orajel all the time, and it was not good. But like I said, the past few days I've been filing them down and they feel like almost normal. It's really good. I want to show you my toenails just so that you guys can get a sense for what they look like, because I've done internet research and there are several different types of bruised toenails. Some are like from just one time of extreme impact and they turn like completely black or blue, some nasty color, and then in most cases they either just fall off or you go to a doctor and get it drained and then it falls off and you just grow another one. Mine is different because they have kind of gotten more and more bruised from the tip to the center over a very long period of time. So they're just a little bit brown, and now they've gotten lighter because I just filed them down a lot, but at least on my big toes, they're just like a little brown on kind of the tip area. But the one I just got on my fourth toe has all of a sudden like turned a really, really deep brown bluish color on the outside, and it hurts so much. So I think that's kind of a different type of bruise that I should probably get drained. But I'll show you guys just so that you can kind of see if you have bruised toenails, if we're kind of going through the same thing, because I've seen people with different types of bruised toenails. So I'm just going to put out a warning: if you get grossed out, you might want to skip this part. Okay, so here are my lovely little toenails that embarrass me to the core when I'm out in public wearing flip-flops. Actually, just kidding, I never wear flip-flops. I mean open-toed shoes. So, these are my big toes. Like, you could see the inside from, like, just this area. I'd say about a third of my toenail has turned brown, and then it's partially white. I'm really not sure what's going on there, but as you can see, it's gotten pretty thick, and this is after I have filed it down quite a bit. Like, that's probably only maybe less than 2/3 as thick as it used to be. It was pretty darn thick. Then this has just come up in the past few days. It just got like a really, really dark color on the outside, and it's not as bad now, but it used to be very painful to the touch and really tender. But with all the Orajel and stuff I put on it, it's felt a lot better while I'm dancing. And then there's just a tiny mark on my toenail on this one that doesn't really bother me too much, but it might get worse over time, I don't know. And this one's kind of the same. Not quite as bad because I got this one way before this one. This is kind of recent. And yeah, this one is a little bit bruised, but not nearly as bad as the other toenail. I'm really not sure one foot bruised and the other didn't as badly. That's kind of weird, but yep, those are my toesies. Okay, so those are my toenails. I really don't know if that's going to help you guys seeing it or not, but I just thought it would be good to show you to see if you can relate to how they look, because there are several different types of bruised toenails as from what I've seen on the internet. And I don't know if they have like fancy names or anything, but I know there are like different cases of them. Some just fall off. Some, like mine, seem to never want to fall off because I've had them forever. And yeah, so they are what they are. But like I said, the things you could do: lots of Orajel, extra toe pads if you really need them. I'm probably going to get rid of mine as soon as my toes stop getting tender, because it usually gets like that if like I start dancing after a few weeks of being off point, and I was only off point for like 3 weeks, but still my toes got really tender after that. So Orajel, extra toe pads, and if I'm really in pain or you're really in pain, an ibuprofen or something like that, whatever pill of your choice that helps with pain. Take 1 or 2 of those if you really need it, just for like a few hours. If you have like a really intense rehearsal or something, I would advise doing that just so that you can be comfortable and not have to deal with the pain of your bruised toenails. Oh my gosh, am I crooked? I just realized the edge of my tripod is on something, so there we go. I'm not as crooked now. Sorry if that's gonna bother you guys, but so yeah, that's my experience with bruised toenails and ingrown. I hope this helps you guys. Sorry, I'm not like that informed on it with like medical terms and exactly what you should do, but that's what has helped me. I haven't been to a doctor yet for my bruised toenails, but I think I'm going to after my summer program is over, because I want to take care of them really badly and just get this over with. If they're gonna fall off, I want them off, and so I could just get a fresh new start. But I really hope this helps you guys and that you have good luck with your toenails, any ailments that you might have with your toenails, because I know how painful it can be. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.